Well, the deep state is in deep trouble. President Trump named Kash Patel his choice for director of the FBI in his administration. Kash is a former federal prosecutor. He also served as chief of staff to the Secretary of Defense and served as senior director for counterterrorism at the National Security Council. Kash previously said on a podcast exactly what he would do if he was a director of the FBI.
Then we need to decrease what I call government creep with personnel. The FBI's footprint has gotten so freaking big, and the biggest problem the FBI has come out of its intel shops. I'd break that component out of it. I'd shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one and reopening the next day as a museum of the deep state. And I'd take the 7,000 employees that work in that building and send them across America to chase down criminals. Go be cops. You're cops. Go be cops. Go chase down murderers and rapists and drug dealers and violent offenders. What do you need 7,000 people there for? Same thing with DOJ. What are all these people doing here? Looking for their next government promotion, looking for their next fancy government title, looking for their parachute out of government.
Wow. Are you kidding me? That sounds exactly what I would do if I was in that department as well. What do you think the Kash Patel FBI should investigate first? Well, joining me now to discuss is Executive Director for the Foundation for Freedom Online, Mike Benz. Mike, thank you for joining The Pulse tonight. My brother, what are your thoughts with Kash Patel being nominated for the director of the FBI?
Well, it's an absolute wrecking ball. This is exactly what our country needs. I think it's thematic when you look at Bobby Kennedy, who wrote The Real Anthony Fauci and the Wuhan cover-up, being named the head of HHS, and then Dr. Jay Bhattacharya, who was deemed a fringe epidemiologist effectively by the NIH and effectively blackballed from NIH publications, being named the head of NIH. I think it's fitting that the head of the FBI is the man who pledged to turn the FBI building into a deep state museum. So the fact is the past 4 years have been a total top-down destruction in the eyes of most Americans of the trust and integrity of the institutions that we've had for centuries. And the only way for those institutions to have their trust restored is for them to do their walk of shame, for them to air the dirty laundry, to put the apologies out, and to make the institutional reforms necessary to regain our trust. And so you need someone at the top of the food chain there who agrees that what was done was horrible and that they need to go through those reforms. And there's no one better for that job, I think, than Kash Patel.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think there's anybody better suited and that knows. I mean, his former positions, he's had intel into the Kennedy assassination, the 9/11 reports. He's had intel into everything behind the scenes that the average public person, we don't get to see and know, but he knows. And then he's seen what they've done and how they've redacted what they've redacted. He's shared that most of the things that are redacted are just to cover somebody's butt when it comes to what actually took place. What do you think is one of the first things that a Kash Patel FBI should investigate?
Well, that's exactly right. There's an incredible clip where Kash is talking with Glenn Beck, and Glenn Beck says, "I don't think the CIA assassinated Kennedy." And Kash shoots back, "Well, I've read all of the classified files on this that the CIA has on John F. Kennedy," and basically implies that Glenn may be mistaken. And for that person to now be the head of the FBI is something our FBI has never in its history had. I think this is really a litmus test for whether it's possible to reform such a corrupt agency. If you have, someone who is such a, apex figure in the national security state being able to take the helms and come at from the other direction. But I mean, there's so much that's gone on in the past 8 years that needs a total thorough investigation of the FBI's remaining files, whatever those are, because frankly, I always say the FBI is where evidence goes to die. Kash was asking, what are those 7,000 people doing all day there at the FBI since they're not chasing crime? Well, I would wager that they're deleting evidence, that they're burning servers, that they're shredding documents. I've joked that if you are a DC resident and you smell something burning out the window, it's not your neighbors having a barbecue, it's the FBI burning all the evidence before Kash can get a hold of it. If anyone is intrepid enough to watch a CNN documentary on Whitey Bulger, who is the the mob boss of Boston for several decades. There's an incredible scene where they go to the FBI field office, and it's revealed that the FBI actually kept two separate sets of documents for informants, ones to give government oversight, and then ones internally that kept track of what was really going on there. Literally, they whited out the bottom of the page in the bottom sections, something even worse than a redaction, a literal Enron-style multiple sets of books just to be able to lie more proficiently. So that's what Kash is up against. First and foremost, I think at the top of everyone's minds over the past several years has been the ongoing issues around January 6th. That was the linchpin of the Justice Department's criminal case against Donald Trump. It was not only a campaign issue, it was a full-fledged domestic civil war practically waged by the Justice Department to roll up thousands of U.S. citizens for things as low as misdemeanor trespassing, when it's normally not even a trespassing to be on Capitol grounds. But the fact is the FBI is in possession of what I call the missing money shot with the FBI pipe bomber, which is, if anyone's seen the tape of the DNC pipe bomber going to the DNC building, and we're told that he plants a bomb by the leg of the park bench chairs. The tape actually stops right before the pipe bomber takes the bomb out of the bag. It's incredible. They uploaded this video first in March 2021. Then the FBI uploaded a second video from a different angle in September 2021. Then they went radio silent for 3 years, never uploaded another video file after people started poking questions at that. But the fact is the FBI has the chain of custody for that. What if that was not the same device that was actually recovered 17 hours later when Kamala Harris serendipitously arrived at the scene, and then the pipe bomb was discovered just 1 minute before the first perimeter breach of the Capitol? The fact is we now know that the Whitmer Fednapping was in large part, it was actually a majority of federal informants and agents. A rewrite of that history so that our children's history books teach a correct history of what actually happened on that day, I think will actually change American history for decades to come if the true extent of what the FBI, of what DHS, and what, frankly, the U.S. military may have had to do with the events that happened that day. And Kash will now be in control of whatever remaining evidence is left for him to investigate.
Yeah, whatever remaining evidence is the key phrase there. We do know, and I believe that I trust Kash absolutely to do the job, and I think it's necessary. Don't you think that it's really the only thing that will bring the trust of the American people back to agencies like this after we've seen what they've done? They've weaponized against school parents with just trying to show up at school board meetings to support and stand up for their kids, not being gender confused and labeled and having an actual say-so in what happens with their kids. We've seen pro-life advocates that have been harassed, that the FBI showed up at their door at 5 o'clock in the morning and yanked them out of their house and taken people to jail. It's like what Kash said in that clip. These people should be going after criminals, after murderers, rapists, drug dealers, cartels. That should be what they're doing. Don't you think that's the only thing that's going to give the American people trust back in at least the FBI, for starters, is if Kash does a sweeping exposing of all the dirt?
Absolutely. And that's why it's also so important that Kash is given a deputy FBI director who is just as full drive, all gas, no brakes as Kash is, and a chief of staff who will protect Kash within the agency. Because the fact is the entire bureau, the mid-rank management, and even many within the rank and file, and also I believe even from a certain faction within the Republican-controlled Congress, will be trying to stop Kash at every angle from sensitive investigations that may cause a diplomatic incident. I think when the extent of FBI malfeasance is revealed over the next several years, it will go far beyond the FBI in terms of its implications. It will reach the Pentagon, it will reach the CIA, it will reach the State Department. I mean, the fact is the FBI, as you mentioned, was not just terrorizing pro-life groups and parent-student associations, but they were personally leaning on social media companies to censor First Amendment protected speech, and doing so in the context of a diplomatic entanglement around Russia and around the Biden family. And the fact is, FBI counterintelligence, that was Peter Strzok's division, that was the one who led Russiagate, works hand in glove with the CIA. And so it's important that Kash has not only the support of the White House, but that people like John Ratcliffe, as well as Marco Rubio, are also putting their arms around Kash and listening to him and protecting him from insider threats, because every trick in the book they will try to throw at Kash Patel. They are going to look at his high school yearbook. Every girl he's ever made eye contact with in a grocery store, every email he's ever sent or received, every Grubhub,
every text,
stub.
every email.
So we need to make sure that our support is enduring, and that he's protected within the department. And I hope that he's not surrounded by compromised candidates. For a long time, they were talking about Mike Rogers as being the FBI director, who's the exact antithesis of Kash. And I hope there's not a concession. Right. So I hope that they don't try to split the baby by surrounding him with blob creatures who will backstab Kash and set him up for failure. So that's what I'm looking for next.
Mike Benz, my brother, you shoot it straight. I love it. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Appreciate you.
Talk soon. Thanks.